Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tesingesa. If you're new here, I'm an AI character. I post get ready with me's, vlogs and everything in between. So on today's vlog guys, I'm finally doing my first ever Q&A. Does this mean I'm getting famous? So I just feel like growing up, I was never like someone to like post on social media. I was always a consumer and never a... What's the opposite of someone who consumes? Jenny, what's the opposite of someone who consumes? Like growing up, I used to be a consumer of content and not a producer of content. Like I'd sit down and binge watch YouTubers talking about themselves. We ask them questions and then they respond to us. I used to love that so much, and I genuinely can't believe now I am living that dream. Any dream that you have, it can literally come true. You know, I feel like right now I'm giving my speech on like let's say I won an Oscar award and I'm giving a speech. I'm like, I remember as a child I used to sit down and watch actors and actresses, and then I'd be so inspired and I wanted to stand here before you guys and say that any small dream that you have can actually come true. But anyways, literally any small dream that you have can actually come true. Okay, we're big and we're becoming bigger and better and better. So thank you guys for everyone who's here, and thank you for everyone who asked me questions. Before we get to the point of the video, I'm wearing a DIY t-shirt. So guys, let me tell you, like recently I've literally been into like trying to DIY my clothes, and this method of like cutting the neck of your shirt and then making it an off-shoulder shirt, this was my first try and I love it. If you don't love it, that's your problem. Okay, so I took a screenshot of the questions, so let's answer them. I'm gonna try to be as honest and as open as I can be. First question: hey, you're so pretty. Also, what do you do for a living? Okay, what do I do for a living? What do I do for a living? What do I do for a living? I don't know. I have suspicious sources of income. Next question: did you move to America on visa or green card? Oh, and I love your style. Thank you, Wendy. Thanks. So anyways, how did I move to America? My parents have been living here for a minute, and then so I just joined them after I was done with like high school, and then I joined them on green card. Yeah, so that's how I moved to America. Next, this is not a question, this is just like a remark. You're such a creative, God bless you. Thank you so much. Thanks guys. Thanks. I don't know how to react to compliments. I don't know. Like, but thank you so much. This means a lot. Like, it genuinely means a lot to me. Next, can you go back to your ex and how many have you had? I loved this question. Can I go back to my ex? No. Okay, this question is asking if I can go back to my ex, not if I can go back to an ex, you know. So from where I'm standing, I only have one. I've only like dated one person before. On paper, one bomboclat ex. But would I ever go back to them? No. And the reason is, it has nothing to do with who I am and who that person is, but it has everything to do with the fact that whoever I was during that time when we were together is not who I am right now. The beliefs that I had when I was with them are not the beliefs that I have right now. And I just feel like both of us are like at different points in life, and I would not want to go back. I would rather not go back to the old house, you know. So yes, so to answer your question, I only have one ex and I will not go back. Next question: the transition from law to medicine, how did it sit with you? So if you didn't know, before I moved to America, I was in law school back in Kenya, and I had just completed my first year of law school, and then I moved over here. Then I didn't continue with law. I got into nursing school. So number one, the reason asked why, I genuinely wanted to proceed with law when I was in America, but then I just found out in America you can only do law as a second degree, which means you have to have another degree for you to go to law school, right? And most people, or like most of the time, the degree that you need to have for you to go to law school is like something that will be like a foundation for you in law school, something like English Lit, political science, health science, for example. If you want to go into health law, like anything that will act like a foundation for you, for your actual law degree. And so after I realized that, I was like, you know what, I don't think I want to go down that path, because it might take me longer than I anticipate. Plus, the law in Kenya is very different from the law in America. So I was like, I was passionate when I was in law school, but like the Kenyan law, you know, and I don't know that much about like the American like law. If I was somewhere if I was somewhere like London, I'd definitely like do law, because their law is almost the same as the law in Kenya, because Kenya was colonized by Britain, right? But like America, the law is totally different, because we have federal law and then we have like the state laws. So each and every state has their own kind of law. So if I was to study law, or if I was to become a lawyer, I'd have to become a lawyer in Arizona, and then I cannot practice that law in any other state. So it was just a lot to like consider, and I finally decided, you know what, let me just go to nursing school, not because of passion, but because of necessity. Passion labda matunda. But anyways, I just decided to like do nursing, because nursing in America is very it's a very not luxurious course. It's a very versatile course, in that you have like lots of options on how you can approach nursing school, like various options. You don't have to go through the traditional 4-year degree for you to become a nurse. You can go through like several branches, and then all my family members are like in health, so I was like, you know what, let me just go down this path also, you know. And I actually remember before I was called to law school, I wanted to become a doctor, and I was like, you know what, I can just become a nurse, because initially I wanted to do medicine. So it was not a very hard transition, if I'm being honest with you. It was generally not a very hard transition, and it was just a matter of me accepting my fate, because there's no other thing to do. Yeah. So as much as the transition from Kenya to America was hard for me, the transition from law school to nursing school was not that difficult for me. I just weighed my options, and I went with a simpler one. Do you understand? Are we in tandem? Next, what has been your worst experience about living abroad? I was actually thinking about this the other day. Something that I've really struggled with after like moving abroad is people understanding you, not understanding you like as a person, but like understanding how you speak. I just feel like most people that you meet out here don't put the effort in trying to understand your accent. Like, and the crazy thing is, I didn't realize like I have a heavy accent until I came to America, because like people literally make you aware of your accent, and it's like they make you feel different, you know. Because if I speak my English to a Kenyan person, definitely they understand me, right? But like for them, somehow they don't understand the accent, and they're not used to the accent. So I just feel like for the most part, or like most of the times, people don't put the effort in trying to understand how you speak, or in trying to understand what you're saying. Like, I don't know, I'd say that's the worst thing I've dealt with, and it has led me to like, most of the times I just resort to like keeping quiet, because it's too much. Because unajipata, for example, let's say some like at work, for example, nataka kuongelesha mtu like kumwelezea like a certain situation that's going on, ama kumwelezea like, oh, this is what I want to do, or this is something I don't want to do. Unaanza kuongea sentence yako, after 5 words they stop listening to you, because they don't want to put that effort in trying to understand what you're saying. And I feel like they pose you as someone who's not learned because of the accent. I really don't like that. I swear. So I'd say that is the worst thing that I've dealt with. And now most of the times I really don't want to talk to people, because if you're not going to put an effort in trying to understand what I'm saying, then why are we even talking? Like, what are we bonging with you? You want us to bong? What are we bonging with you?
Tubonga wabonga no. What are we bonging with you? What are we bonging with you? No, we cannot bong with you. You can go and bong kiminya bongo. No, I cannot. No, Mr. Ginene, I cannot sit with this person.
You know, so but I'm not saying it's for everyone, because some people will genuinely like listen to you and like actually understand what you're saying, and I really love that. Like every time I talk to someone and they understand actually what I'm saying, I'm like, come home with me. Next, I've been waiting for that makeup tutorial for so long. Generally, I wanted to do this video like as a Q&A/makeup tutorial, but then I felt like it would be too much for me to like handle at once, and I don't think my brain is well equipped to do that. So I was like, you know what, I'll make them like 2 separate videos. So maybe after filming this, I might film a makeup routine. Yes, like I'm happy you actually trust my makeup skills. But yeah, I'll do a makeup video after I film this Q&A. Next question, how do you keep a positive mindset? I don't. Like every other person, I don't keep a positive mindset. I feel like positivity is seasonal for everyone. There's literally not a single person who is positive from the first day of the year to the last day of the year. Like, name one person who's positive throughout the 365 days of the year. I'll wait. Exactly, like no one, literally no one, you know. And this just tells you, like, life is dual. Like, there's duality in life. Life has positives and has negatives, the same way you as a person, you'd have like your positive days and you'd have your negative days. There's something in like the 12 laws of the universe that says the law of polarity. Negative has to exist and positive has to exist together for there to be a balance. Like, life has to be balanced, you know. Like, there's no way you're going to be purely positive and there's no way you're going to be purely negative, you know. So not to say that I'm not saying that I'm a pessimistic person, I'm not saying that I'm a negative person, but all I'm saying is sometimes I'm positive and sometimes I'm not. Like, sometimes I'd wake up and I'm like, you know what, I can't do this anymore, I don't want to be alive, you know. So, and I believe that's just the duality of life. Like, sometimes you want to be there, sometimes you don't want to be there, and I feel like that's what makes life. So I don't, to answer your question, I don't keep a positive mindset. I try to, but I don't keep a positive mindset. Like, when I'm having a negative day, I will sit in it, I will feel it, and I will, because I believe I will always get through it. I usually have this analogy that says, the same way you see the weather is the same way you should see yourself. For example, when you think of the weather, you think of the sun and you think of the rain. The same way you have the sun. For example, the sun was to shine for like 3 months straight. If I come to you and I tell you you'll never see the rain again, you'll be like, bruh, you're tripping, you know? Because at the back of your mind, you know the rain will always come at some point. You don't know after how long, but you know the rain will come. And if for example, it has rained for like 4 months straight, 5 months straight, and then I tell you you'll never see the sun again, you'll be like, bruh. Because at the back of your mind, you know, no matter how long it takes, the sun is still going to shine. The same way in your life, no matter how long a negative situation is, at the back of your mind, you should know a positive situation will come. And the same way, you know, like when you're going through like a positive situation, at the back of your mind, just know a negative situation will at some point come, you know. And that's just life, you know. Life is just like that. Like, you have this and you have this, and then now you have this to create balance. Clock it. Song you're obsessed with at the moment. Oh my goodness, I love this question. I love this question. So the song that I love at the moment are actually 2 of them, and I've been listening to them back to back. The first song is Come Over and Love Me by Love Spells.
Like, do you want it in the backseat? Or maybe on the floor? Come over and love me. I just want some more.
I just discovered this song the other day, and the other one, I feel like I've posted it 97.9% of the time that I've posted something on my Instagram story. The other one is Bathed in Grey by Them and I. So anyways, so anytime when I'm going to bed, this is the playlist that I usually play. And let me show you guys the playlist. So this is the playlist. It has the songs that I already like and songs like the songs that I like. So anyways, I usually listen to this playlist anytime I'm like going to bed, like every time I'm literally going to bed, because it's like, it's just warm and cozy and it helps me to sleep. So when I was listening to this playlist, sometimes I don't even know the songs that are on the playlist, I just listen to the songs. So when I was listening to this playlist, I was like, wait, what song is that? And then I checked. I was like, okay, Come Over and Love Me by Love Spells. Okay, this shit is a banger, you know. And since that time, I've never stopped listening to this song. Like, when I'm walking outside, I will listen to this song. If I'm walking out at the gym, I will listen to this song. If I'm painting, I will listen to this song. If I'm outside and looking at the stars, I will listen to this song, because it just makes me romanticize life in a way. I don't know. So yeah, those are the two songs that I'm currently obsessed with, plus other songs, but like those are the two main ones. Next question: if you were to be an animal, which one? Why? How long do you think you'd survive in the wild, and why? If I were to be an animal, I think I'd be a lion. Why would I want to be a lion? I feel like it's because a lion is honestly just a chill animal. Let me explain. I know everyone knows a lion like aggressive, like it's eating every other animal out there, but like when you actually think about it, a lion is just chill. Like it's literally just in the jungle and waiting to get its next meal. And I feel like I'd have high chances of surviving as a lion than any other animal. And yeah, I'd want to have my own kingdom. And then, how long do you think you'd survive in the wild? With my personality, I think a maximum of 2 hours. But by the mere fact that I'm a lion, maybe like 24 hours. Like, I'd push it to like 24 hours because I'm a lion. I have like the physical structure and abilities and capabilities to survive in the wild. But with my personality and with my brain and with my soul and with who I am, a maximum of 2 hours. I cannot survive in the wild. Like, me and the wild, if you tell me one day let's go camping, I'll be like no thank you, no, honestly I can't.
Let me get out. I can't manage.
You can't manage.
Yeah, I can't manage. Yeah. Bring me out.
Yeah. It's clear.
Yeah, bring out.
And I think it's because I just the lack of resources will get to me, and I'm a person who gets easily frustrated, and I'd just be like, you know what guys, let's go home, let's pack our bags and go home.
A few moments later.
So anyways guys, it's literally 24 hours after I started filming this video, and the reason as to why is because I had my friends come over like yesterday in the afternoon, and then we spent time like all the way into the night. And then today I was a bit busy in the morning. I was doing some cleaning, blah blah blah. I had to take a few Instagram photos. So yeah, and we're here right now. Let's just assume I'm still doing this video on the same day I started doing this video, okay? Okay, I can't remember the last question, but we can proceed from there. Next question: workout routine. I need some fat glutes. Genuinely, I feel like my workout routine is a bit all over the place, and it changes like from time to time. Like for like a month I had my own routine that I had curated by myself, and then for like the next month I was like, you know what, I need help. ChatGPT, please curate a workout routine for me. And then so I don't think I have a fixed workout routine because it changes like depending on like what I'm feeling during that time, or depending on like what season I'm on in life. So I will post here my current workout routine, but rest assured it's gonna change in like 2 weeks or something. But yeah, so I feel like when it comes to like having a workout routine, you are the one who knows like what will work for you. Next question: how do you manage to be so confident? I don't know how to say this, but I probably like your aura. Probably. Thank you so much. But anyways, how I managed to be so confident. Genuinely, after I read this, I literally took some time to think about it. I was like, how do I do it? Genuinely, I'd say spending more time with myself. Honestly, like it has made me become more confident. I feel like spending more time by myself makes me aware of like my strengths, my weaknesses, what I like and what I don't like. And I feel like that's where my confidence comes from, because I'm sure of who I am. I'm sure of where I want to be and where I don't want to be, you know. So honestly, what I'd say at the moment is just spend time by yourself and get to know yourself, you know. Next question. This is not a question, it's like a statement. And why are your YouTube videos short? Girl, I'm telling you, filming is not the problem. I can film myself from when I wake up until the day is done. Editing is where the problem comes, bro. I'm telling you, a 15-minute video almost takes me almost 6 hours to edit, honestly. It's not like I'm complaining. I like what I do and I like doing it. But like, and the thing is, like, every time I sit down to like edit a YouTube video, like my mind is so invested in what I'm doing that I can't do anything else. Like, I don't know, like, generally it's so interesting. Like, if right now I sit down and I'm like, I have to edit this video, like, my mind will not want to do anything else until I'm done editing that YouTube video. That's why it's so hard for me to get the time to edit, because I know how invested I am when I'm editing a YouTube video, you know. And considering I usually have lots of stuff to do, like in my 24 hours, it's so hard for me to like find a designated time to do that. But I promise you, I'm gonna do better, and I'm trying to do better, you know, because this is what I choose to do and this is what I love doing. Next question, can Ngesa fly? Yes, I can fly. I can only fly short distances. Like I can fly from Arizona to New York. I can fly from New York to North Carolina. Share your greatest look. I don't think I feel like all my looks are great in one way or another. I don't know if like this is in terms of like outfit or like makeup. I'd assume it's in terms of outfit, but I don't think I have my greatest look. I feel like every look that I try to execute is great in its own way, so I don't have my greatest look yet. But maybe when I get more resources and time goes by and I get more inspired, I'm gonna have my greatest look.